the left is always, George Soros, the boogeyman, George Soros, no big deal. The left or the right is making up something, and then they try to demonize Trump. Trump, this billionaire, he wants to take over the country. Elon Musk comes in, or Trump brings in Elon Musk with Doge. Oh, this billionaire wants to take over the country. Well, the truth of the matter is there has been a billionaire that has been operating inside of the White House, and even more so than I realized. And what I'm going to do is pass that information on to you. Guys, you don't know how hard I worked for you because I was busting my butt. Now, you're going to have to take this journey with me because it does get a little convoluted, but I want to make sure that you don't miss anything. And now I had been saying, good job, kudos, Carl, that it's Biden's staff that was running the White House. Well, that was partly correct. Partly. Biden's staff happened to be George Soros' staff. That's where I missed it. During the transition of the incoming Biden administration that was assembled, the transition review teams, quote unquote, that included people tasked with understanding the operations of specific government agencies to help the administration to, quote unquote, hit the ground running on day one. There were 17 picks for those teams, and they all either worked directly for his Open Society foundations or other Soros-funded organizations. This is Biden's, listen to me, entire transition team somehow, some way worked for or were associated with George Soros' organizations. You want to know who was running the White House? I just told you. Through that, Soros was able to exert influence on the transition teams, ranging from the State Department to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, to the United States mission to the United Nations. Oh, what do we have here? The Department of Defense. Oh, another one. The Department of Labor. Oh, the Department of Interior. Oh, the Department of the Treasury. The Federal Reserve. What? The Banking and Securities Regulators. The National Security Council. The Office of U.S. Trade Representative. And the Department of Veteran Affairs. George Soros' people were in every single one of those agencies. A handful of Soros' lackeys made their way into the Biden White House as well. You had a month after Biden won the White House, wink, wink, Open Society's foundation president, a guy by the name of Patrick Gaspard, he stepped down from his role as the Open Society's foundation president and began lobbying labor leaders to support him to become Biden's labor secretary. And then, interestingly enough, Gaspard was still being quoted in internal documents at the Open Society Foundation, even though he had stepped down, almost as if he hadn't really stepped down from the Open Society's foundation when he was rallying or lobbying to become Biden's labor secretary. Due to the optics, perhaps anyway, someone so directly linked to Soros, Biden ended up nominating Boston Mayor Marty Walsh. Oh, by the way, I remembered. This came from Media Research Center. Kudos, Media Research Center. Now, the Center for American Progress, there's a connection there. That's another Soros-funded entity, if you will. A woman by the name, and now, again, this goes deep, because the left has been talking about Doge. They've been talking about Elon Musk. They've been talking about this guy he's the real president of the United States. And all the while, we all knew that Joe Biden was a dementia patient. And all of us sat there and we wondered who was running this White House. We asked the question time and time again. It's almost as if somebody wants to destroy this country. You cannot be this bad. You can't be this bad. It's almost as if it was intentional. It was. It was. Neera Tanden You guys ever heard of her? No, me neither. She was the president of the Soros-backed Center for American Progress. This was before becoming a senior advisor to Joe Biden in 2021. Okay, so the president of George Soros's Center for American Progress becomes a senior advisor to dementia patient Joe Biden in May of 2021. She was previously nominated to head listen to this, the Office of Budget and Management. She had to withdraw because of her past tweets. Then you got Ron Klain. You guys remember Ron Klain? We thought he was just a nice kind of fellow, a liberal, just didn't understand what was going on. We just had different worldviews. No. I didn't realize that he served on the board for the Center for American Progress. That was Biden's White House chief of staff. Biden's COVID-19 response team leader. You guys know Sam Barger, don't you? You guys don't know Sam Barger? Oh, man, me neither. All right, so anyway, Sam Berger, excuse me. Berger, Sam Berger, not Barger. Forgive me. All right, so he was a former VP for democracy and government reform at the Center for American Progress as well. He became Biden's director, listen to this, of strategic operations and policy for his COVID-19 response team. He became Biden's director of strategic operations and policy for his COVID-19 response team. So you were wondering, why is it that Joe Biden, when Trump had already endured the bulk of COVID-19, the economy was coming back, people were getting better, you had Operation Warp Speed, whether you agree with it or not, and Biden comes in, no, we got to lock down the country. We got to double down, mask, social distancing. I guess Sam Berger played a part in that. George Soros' guy.